Just a helpful energy tip for this month. I spoke about it a bit before, but it's really about committing to your path and showing up and doing what needs to be done. So we know there's a lot of energy fluctuations and things happening in the world at this time, and it can be a bit of a rough, white knuckling river rafting ride, it seems. But the guidance has really been, and what's interesting is, and I was speaking about this earlier today, always in February when you've got Valentine's Day, which is such an historical thing that's just accepted as a norm in the world, a lot of healers, a lot of spiritual people like to focus on the other side of that, which is love. So self-love and love for all. It's kind of nice to think if people want to put a focus on love, let's amplify that. So let's think about self-love. So number one thing of self-love is also self-compassion. And as I said at the beginning, showing up for what needs to be done. You might be finding that this month there's things that you're needing to do that maybe it feels like a going through the motions or a staleness, or even you're just feeling quite challenged by what's in front of you, what's happening around you. But when something is placed in your path and there's some obligation or something you need to do, it can be your job or not your job, it can just be a family thing or something you're going through. Showing up with as much grace as possible to be part of what's happening and to be kind to yourself. You know, you can't run away from certain things, but you need to just show up and keep a calmness in your heart. It's self-loving to get through the practicalities, the things that need to be taken care of, and then to take your time out. But the guidance this month has been, it's a bit like the cartoon eye, like being pushed to sort of look and keep focusing on what's happening for you in your world. So not turning away from it, but also having the ability to stop and rest in pockets if you need to. So if that means taking a lunch break a bit earlier so you can have more time outside, or it means trying to schedule some kind of afternoon nap or meditation, don't be worrying at the moment about the energy levels, which may be up and down and all around and making you feel tired. Just know that we're going through a process and it's important, and that if you love yourself enough and you love Earth and you love the idea of us all healing and coming together and really connecting, be willing to be there for these hard parts and these journeys. So that's what I would say. Show up with grace for whatever is presenting in your life now. If you need to knuckle down at this time, do it with the understanding that it's moving through into something beautiful, that it can be a nuts and bolts kind of thing and a ticking of all the boxes, and it might feel like it's draining you. And that can be something to feel into and think about. But at the other side of that, it's like showing up no matter what, being present to your life and understanding that you are where you are for a reason, and Spirit is with you. You are never alone. There are so many divine beings around and with you. You're always connected with your soul to your higher self. It's comforting to think about that part of us, that spirit, which holds all the incarnations and all the seeds and all the aspects of soul, but is always in the etheric, in the universe, supporting you no matter which facet you're currently experiencing. Do your best, plug into whatever support you need, nature, whatever it is, and remember that as you receive, you give, as you give, you receive. So any flow-on effects of any blessings that you wish to offer, if you saw my post about Earth the other day, just always dedicating yourself to how you can make a small difference in the world, because the small differences build up to be a very powerful wave of healing and light. So all of the small parts, the flower of life, the many small parts, we're even focusing on one, it connects in to the grid of all. So you might be feeling that the vision is small at the moment. You might be feeling you're not sure where you're going. Commit, keep going, have enough self-love to trust in your path and to trust where you are, and show up with grace. So may you feel the energy of love for yourself, love and compassion for others, and may you receive any love that comes your way in this month, trusting and believing that this process is important and that we are never alone. We can connect to each other and we always have that spiritual assistance. Namaste.